Hey guys, let's do some more tweets, right? I'm going to stick with the tweets for a minute. I will get back to interviews, but I'm just really enjoying doing the Trump tweets. They kind of give a different energy to the interviews, right? On the interviews, you've got him on the spot, talking out loud, answering the questions, sort of, you know, straight to the face of the person. Tweets or truth essentials, we have a little bit more time to, I suppose, think about maybe what he's going to type. Do you think he thinks about it? Yeah, a little bit he does think about it, but then also, I think he does type, like, weaving as well, you know, when he starts talking about a point and then he'll, you know, drive himself to a million different destinations with his talking point until eventually he ends up back at the same point, except sometimes he doesn't. I think he does that with his tweeting too. He'll like start by typing out one thing, this is the point that I want to make, and then he'll sort of just spiel off into this area, spiel off over here until somewhat we come back to the main point, kind of. So it's kind of like a little bit of a different vibe when he's typing versus when he's talking. Of course it is. So I do want to stick with tweets, maybe just for this week, and then we'll go back to interviews and, like, you know, him actually saying things. I love the body language and the facial expressions, tone of voice, choice of words. So the first one we're going to look at, this is a big one, you guys. Man, he's essaying all the way. I wonder if it's because he takes the chance to write when he gets a chance, right? I've been talking about this. Sometimes it feels like he's run off to the toilet, or it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and he's in his bedroom and he's finally got a moment to himself, or where nobody can tell him what to write or what to tweet, etc. So it feels like he maybe is just a little bit more unhinged when he's left on his own. I wonder if he's seeking out more time on his own to be able to tweet these things, because he might have a lot of people around him. They might be saying, sir, don't write it like this, or let me write it for you, or this is a better way of saying it. And he kind of is like, no, I just want to say it the way I want to say it. I want to know. I have so many questions. Okay. So this tweet is about the European Union. What are we, 24th today? So this was yesterday. He said about putting 50% tariffs on the EU. Is it EU and Europe, or is it just... No, okay, European Union. Okay, let's just take it as the European Union. The European Union, which was... Sorry, I couldn't even get through one line. I know where this is going. I swear to God, on my life, I have not seen this tweet. I come on Reddit, and occasionally I will see tweets as part of like other videos and stuff, but I do try and stay away from it, at least in the days where I know I'm going to be, you know, analysing or reacting to, or whatever it is that I'm doing. Just reading the tweet. And I like to have a fresh reaction. So I don't look. So I just typed in Reddit, Trump tweets. There's a subreddit, r/Trump tweets. I'm coming on and I'm like, yep, okay, there's one about this, there's one about that. And all I saw at the top was just Trump tariffs for the European Union if they keep making trade negotiations difficult. And I'm like, okay, I didn't read the whole thing, but I literally just read the top one. The European Union, which was formed for the primary purpose. I know where this is going. You're going to complain that the EU was set up as a slight to the US's trade. Yes, it is! Ugh. Taking advantage of the US on trade. Sir, everybody has been calling you the most transparent president. You are so transparent because we can just see straight through you, okay? The European Union has been very difficult to deal with. I like that. Their powerful trade barriers, VAT taxes, oh gosh. So he capitalizes randomly both words and like the entirety of a word. He'll capitalize European Union, United States because it's a country. He capitalizes the word trade here to put emphasis on trade, like he's almost yelling the word or something. But sir, when it actually comes time for VAT, which is capitalized, you don't capitalize it. I suppose he's just living up to his name of doing everything wrong. That's how not to do it, as my best friend would say. Their powerful trade barriers, VAT taxes, ridiculous corporate penalties, non-monetary trade barriers, monetary manipulations, unfair and unjustified lawsuits against Americans' companies. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. Against Americans' companies. Because if he meant Americans as in populace, like the plural of Americans companies, they are the companies of Americans. It still needs an apostrophe. He definitely wrote this one himself. It's Americans companies and more, more than all of that stuff, okay, have led to a trade deficit with the US of more than 250 million a year, on a number which is totally unacceptable. It's unacceptable, Europe. 250 million. That doesn't really seem like that much compared to how much he's talking in money terms with other countries, but sure. Our discussions with them are going nowhere. Is that because you haven't had any discussions? Is that what you mean? Like, that's probably what he means, isn't it? Therefore, I am recommending a straight 50% tariff on the European Union starting on June the 1st, 2025. In 2 weeks. There is no tariff if the product is built or manufactured in the United States. Thank you. Thank you for your attention on this matter, genuinely. Genuinely makes it sound like he's trying to talk over a tannoy system. You know how you'd have like a, in America, a lot of high schools or colleges or stuff, they have like a PA system where the principal or whatever can like push the button and you talk over the system. Obviously we have them in supermarkets. But hey, so-and-so, your child is at the front desk, or clean up on aisle 4, right? All of these kinds of things. It kind of makes it sound like he's like, he is yes, he's announcing it. You know, I consider it to be announcing because this is my, so like the one that I don't think does he own it? It is Trump's business brand. I have to find out about that one. But it just seems like, yeah, if I'm putting it on social media, if I'm talking, kind of like how he signs executive orders. Like if I sign it with my giant Sharpie and I hold it up like a toddler in front of everyone and say, do you like my picture, what I just drew of this cat? Then that's like sort of the signing it into law. Like he probably still, even no matter how many times we tell him, no matter how many times other people tell him, no matter how many times it's even proven to him, I think he still just thinks that when he writes that, he pops it down on a piece of paper, it is law. It's done. It's law. Kind of the same goes here with thank you for your attention on this matter. Thank you for your attention on this matter, as if he's telling the entirety of the United States. Do you think that sometimes he does this and he thinks that that's also him informing his cabinet as well? Especially if he's left with his phone and they don't know that he's tweeting or truthing stuff, and then it like they get a notification on their phone and it just comes up, oh god, he's putting 50%, god, oh god, we're gonna have to do something, you guys. How are we gonna spin it? Come on. How are we going to... I think sometimes he doesn't even tell them. There are certain instances where he says that he doesn't know about something, or this is the first time you're telling me about it, asking me this question. I didn't know anything about it. And I think sometimes, yeah, obviously he's lying. He's just trying to shrug off the question or distract or, you know, hey, look over there, and running away in another direction. But I do think that there has been some times where genuinely he hasn't known, like the time where they informed him that the Supreme Court was going to discuss about the getting rid of birthright citizenship. And he genuinely, you could tell from his facial expression, the tone of his voice, his body language, that was different to how he responds when he's trying to just shrug off the question. He genuinely was just like, oh, I didn't know that this is the first time you're telling me. I'm actually really glad to hear about it, actually. I think there's like a lot of times where there is sometimes, especially in this presidency, in this term, which is like, what has it been now? 76 years or something like that. This current presidency, it seems to have happened more so, where he genuinely actually doesn't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. This is the first time you're telling me about it. So do you think it works the other way around too? Do you know what I mean? Where he might decide this, sat on the toilet at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then comes to the conclusion, okay, I'm going to put 50% off, or maybe he was chatting with one specific person in his administration or something, puts out the truth, and that's when the rest of his cabinet find out, oh god, here we go again. I don't know, like, I just can't see him having sat down with like 20, 25 administration members, government members, and discussed this 50%. I don't think they did. I think he just decided, tweeted it, and then everyone was like, oh yeah, okay, I guess we're doing that now. Like as if the entire administration is just run on Truth Social or his social. It's like his Truth Social is his notice board, his presidential information notice board, right? The staff can just turn up every day, have a look at the notice board and go, okay, I guess that's what we're doing today. Thanks. Praise be to Jeebus Trump.